Hello everybody, it's me Albatross. Welcome back. Okay, so last video I did, don't worry, I'm going to be getting back into the Hoover indictment. I've got some Hoover indictment uploads coming tomorrow. But I wanted to get back onto this David because yesterday when I posted that video, granted, listen, I really didn't contemplate or look into it as much as I should have at first. I had a lot going on. I don't know if I said it in my video or not, but I buried my dog this weekend, and it's been hard. So yeah, I was a little distracted with that last night. So there was a lot of stuff that I didn't get to say that I really need to say about what is going on, about how certain YouTubers and other content creators are talking and treating this. It's almost like they're falling right for the trap, and I gotta say my piece about this. First of all, Celeste's parents, right? Okay, let's talk about them. I don't know why this was going on, and to be quite frank, I don't really care at this point. At this point, it's mute and irrelevant. Celeste's parents, right? Their baby girl's dead. And they just found out when we all found out. They just found out. Not only that she was gone, but that, and most likely, that it wasn't pretty when she did go. That, from what it's sounding like to me. I mean, if you can believe the reports in like from the New York Times and New York Post, if you believe them, it does not sound like she had a peaceful end. Okay? So keeping all that in mind, how dare anybody come out here and judge those people for what they do or don't say? First of all, they can't speak English. I think that's a fact that a lot of people are missing along the way. This isn't her parents' home country. It's not their home language. Okay? So I don't think people are giving them the grace they should. Now listen, if they have done something wrong, don't worry. I'll be the first one to come back on here and say it. But I don't think their silence is an indication of them doing anything wrong. So I just wanted to get that clear. It's not like they found her in their car, okay? It's not like they didn't report her missing. And I'm not trying to excuse anything. I'm trying to point out that, don't you guys see that the whole parent thing is irrelevant and it's a distraction, okay? If, quite frankly, Celeste is gone. She's gone, okay? And I don't understand what we're trying to get at here by going after her parents like this, okay? I mean, like, no, obviously we don't know what happened, but I mean, I think it's fair to say that they didn't kill their daughter. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't their car they find her in. She's in this really rich Hollywood neighborhood in a car, in a trunk. David's trunk. David, not Celeste's parents, David. And another thing, another reason people are suspicious of the parents is the fact that the family has come out and said that the police have not given them any information. Well, that is not a red flag, guys. That the police don't tell anybody nothing, ever. Because they don't have to. They don't, first of all, they probably don't give a crap. But second of all, they don't have to tell Celeste's parents anything about their investigation. They don't have to tell them any of it. Why should they? I mean, like, wake up. Like, cops aren't your... And I'm not talking about all the cops, okay? There are some wonderful cops out there, okay? I am not a cop hater. That's not what I'm saying. But listen, you all know what I'm saying, though. Like, anyone who's had any kinds of dealings with cops, whether you are the victim or you're the one they're investigating, it doesn't matter. They don't tell you nothing. They don't tell you anything because they don't have to. Okay? And if you don't believe me, just ask Amy Bradley's family. Yeah, because for 27 years, they looked for her. Couldn't get any information from the feds. Not one bit of information from the feds. But the feds didn't mind going on Netflix and spilling all the tea on there. All this info that they never gave to the parents after all these years. So, listen. I'm telling, they don't tell people nothing. Nothing. They didn't, unless, you know what I mean? Okay, so with all that said, my heart goes out for Celeste's family. My heart breaks for them. And I really wish people would leave them alone. I really do. And like, where's all this smoke for David? Like, seriously. Like, I mean, I guess it's easier just to blame the parents than just to look at what the real problems are. But we got to stop doing that. We got to stop doing that. Which leads me to my other point. Here I am sitting here saying, David this, David that. Here's my other point. I'm starting to really wonder, because I've noticed a lot of red flags. Not that, I mean, I'm sure he's guilty. He at least knows what happened or gave the code to his car to someone who did know. So, like, there's really no way around that of his involvement. But here's what I'm wondering. Right? Like, it just something feels wrong to me here about all of it, right? First of all, like I said, she was in his car, like, just parked in a neighborhood. Not even parked in an official parking lot, just parked in the neighborhood, right? Which is a little odd, fishy. Okay. I'd like to believe that no one can honestly be that dumb, but it does happen. It does happen. Here's what's troubling me, though. Do you guys remember when that girl came out, talk about Jay-Z? You know what I mean? You guys remember that whole thing with Tony Busby and that little girl who had some mental issues came out and was accusing Jay-Z and P. Diddy, right? Well, you remember that anyone who talked about that situation, or anyone who actually talked about P. Diddy, not just Jay-Z, immediately got harassed and bombarded by bots. Like, immediately. Like, within minutes of our videos being posted up, bots are in the comments, attacking and thrashing. What's odd is, I don't see that happening with David as much. I mean, I see a lot of outrage, sure. But I'm not talking about the general outrage from the public. I'm talking about the bots that are, like, weird and, like hardcore, like, you know what I mean? Like, the actual, like, a bot farm. I've yet to see that. Now, maybe there's one that's coming up. Maybe we'll have a bot attack soon. But I'm puzzled that it hasn't happened yet. Like, why does it seem like when certain celebrities get exposed, it seems like more calculated than other times? Like, I don't know. This is all speculation, by the way. This is just all coming from my crazy head and speculation. But it is weird, though, because when Diddy gets busted and stuff, we got these bots, we got the PR. Oh, my God, the endless PR pushes and propaganda and this and that and the other. And with this, I don't know. It just seems, I don't want to say more natural, but, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It seems like maybe the industry has left David out to dry more than they did Diddy. And now, they did pull away from Diddy some, but not completely, though. You know what I mean? Not totally completely if he's sitting there planning a comeback. So, but with David, like, it was like within a days. Like, everyone was pulling away from him. So, I don't know. It's just things like that. It just don't sit well with me. Now, is David a creep? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. If even, like, a quarter of that stuff between him and Celeste are true, like, I mean, like, the fact they met when he was 15 and 10. And I know I might get attacked for saying this. I feel like both of them were let down. Back then, not now. Back then. Like, they didn't clearly have the guidance that they needed. Neither one of them did. But now he's a grown man. Now he is 20. So, as far as that is all concerned, he's a creep. It's weird. But does that necessarily make him a murderer? I don't know. Maybe. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Like, there's a lot out there about him and, like, his death infatuations. And, like you know, I've seen it all. I mean, I've seen all of the stuff, the deep dives on him. But I'm not sure. I know if I fully am ready to jump on this bandwagon that he's 100% guilty yet. I feel like he definitely is guilty, but I guess what I'm trying to get at here is this feels like something a little bit more. I don't even know if I can put my finger. Something doesn't feel right about it. Obviously, there's information we don't have. I don't know if it's being withheld or if they just honestly don't have it yet. But whatever the reason is, the LAPD, they need to get on their job. Like, they need to stop depending on the internet sleuths and actually start developing some skill. Or they need to hire and pay these internet sleuths. Seriously. Because they suck. Like, it took TMZ finding out who Celeste was. TMZ, can you guys believe that? Have you heard of anything more pathetic in your lives about any police? That the TMZ had to clue them in? That is pathetic. That is sad. And honestly, what does that tell you about TMZ? What strings does TMZ got that the LAPD doesn't? I'm just saying, it's all odd. I mean, it's really, I feel like they're trying to distract us with all this other stuff that doesn't matter. Like her poor grieving family. And there's all this stuff that I just think is so odd that no one's, well, maybe some people have seen it. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. It's just, and also, why isn't the mainstream media reporting on their sexual relationship? Like, I'm only finding that on YouTube. Like, I see the evidence. Like, I see the live streams they've done together, the tattoos, all this stuff. But what I find is odd is that it doesn't, unless, okay, last I checked was yesterday. So I don't know, maybe they're talking about it today. But when I was looking through all the headlines and the news articles yesterday, I didn't see anything in there about their relationship, which I found was odd. Another thing that's odd, he hasn't been arrested. So, like, I don't know what to think at this point. I really don't. I'm not going to jump out and say that he definitely killed. Of course, obviously, I don't know anyway. But, like, I don't. Like I said, something just feels off. Something feels wrong. I don't know what it is. But I'm going to keep my eyes open on this. And stay tuned tomorrow. I'll be back reading the Hoover indictment.